2025 in the online presentation of Basketball Media Days. On behalf of the Lone Star Conference, I'm Matt Canuzzi, Assistant Athletics Director for Marketing Communications for St. Mary's University. We're now joined by head men's basketball coach Bubba Meyer, senior guard Wayne Wiggins, and graduate guard Sebastian Mendoza. Coach, we'll start with you. What are your expectations for the 2025-26 season, knowing the league has voted y'all second in the preseason poll in such a loaded Lone Star Conference?
Would be my guess. We have 8 new people we're trying to incorporate into a group of returners. When you have that much change and turnover, nothing's ever smooth. So it's going to take time. Hopefully we just build and day by day, step by step, through the peaks and the valleys. There'll be some troubled waters ahead for sure, and we'll see if we can use those to push ourselves forward and hopefully build on a little bit of some success we had last year and continue to build like a standard and expectation of what we want to have every single year that we're here and putting these groups together year in and after year.
Awesome. Now, Wayne, besides Bill Creehey Arena, what has been your favorite place to visit in the Lone Star Conference and why?
I'm going to have to go with West Texas. Even though we didn't have the outcome we wanted, I enjoyed the atmosphere, the crowd, the community they had. It just gets you all riled up and just want to compete. So I'll say West Texas.
Awesome. Now over to you, Sebastian. Coach kind of touched on it, but with 8 new guys on the team this year, what has been the focus for y'all during these preseason workouts?
Defense. Learning our principles and learning how to adjust when things aren't going our way. That's kind of been our biggest emphasis. Losing a lot of guys, we have to build everyone up to the same standard we were at one point last season. So now that's our goal, is just getting to that standard quicker and staying there rather than just going from highs and lows, and having some sort of consistency.
Wayne, you're often seen as the emotional leader on the court. Have you always played with that passion, and where did it start?
I would say yes, I have. Growing up, I always played with older kids, so it kind of brought the competitive edge to me. I just always been so competitive and I always wanted to win. I don't enjoy losing, but when I lose, I like to learn and try to get better.
Awesome. Now, Sebastian, you've really embraced your role as the team's walk-down defender. How much of a transition was that for you when you got here, and what's been the best part of having that role?
It's been pretty well because my prior school, that was a role I had to do. So coming in here, I was comfortable with the role. I just didn't have much success as I did this year as I did the year before. So now, going forward, my emphasis is I need to start doing that now, whereas when the season tips off, the presence is known. As well as our team, I think collectively we have a better team defensively, so it's gonna look a lot better as a collective group. And I'll probably just be one of the good guys that gets some recognition. But at the end of the day, we do have a really good defensive team that we're gonna build.
Awesome. So now to close us out, Coach. How do you replace the kind of leaders that graduated last season in Lachlan Boffinger and Franklin Agu?
Those guys, they were definitely huge identity pieces for the program. They're really tough and rugged and selfless guys that bought into the everyday fight and grind and build up, that goes into an entire season. I don't know that you just replace that without having a bunch of stuff come in front of you with the new group. You're going to have to take some punches on the chin and shake your head and get right back in there and keep going. And the kids are going to have to do that. And as you have those tough times and you build and you recover and you lean on each other and you put your arms around each other and you keep pushing forward through it, that's where you'll kind of figure out what each group is made of and who are the guys that kind of pull that grouping forward. I don't know if Wayne's ready to just give Bass the lockdown title. He probably has a little something to say to that too. But when you have groupings of guys like them that they willingly accept things like that, it pulls everyone else forward. So, one example of that is how these two guys compete defensively, practice all the time, and they push each other, wanting to be the guys that are out there setting the tone and the tempo defensively. And that pulls, new guys into that. That pulls Lawyer Jones into that. That now if we can get other guys that do the same emphasis on other things and they pull forward. So yeah, it'll be a constant evolving thing. We'll have to go through the ups and downs to get to where we want to be and to really build the group together the way we want. But it'll be a good start with these two guys.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you, Coach Meyer, Wayne, and Sebastian, and good luck this season.
Thanks.
Thank you.